Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Resident Evil 4 Remake Demo on the Steam Deck. So before starting, one thing that is very important, for some reason, the game looks fine here, but if you're on the stable version of the system update, you're going to have graphical glitches. So the solution for that is going into preview, check for updates, restart the Steam Deck, and you have 3.4.6 on the OS version that updated the graphic driver. If not, the game is going to have tons of artifacts. I tried it yesterday and it was kinda crazy. And let's go over the settings now. So 800p native resolution, FSR2 on quality, which looks pretty good. Then there's a lot of things here. Texture quality, depending on the situation, sometimes 0 gigabytes gave me more stability, but 0.5 in general was okay. Anisotropic on 4 times, medium meshes, medium shadows, shadow caches, contact shadows, ambient occlusion, volumetrics on low, particles on high, bloom enabled, reflections enabled, subsurface scattering, no hair strands, persistent corpses on few, corpse physics on low, diverse anime animations on, motion blur off, rain quality on low, terrain disabled. This is tessellation, pretty demanding. The structural environment's on, lens flares on, the lens distortion, I don't like it, depth of field on for cutscenes, and these two demanding options are disabled. And this is basically for 30-ish FPS. There are some drops here and there. Lowering the mesh quality to low helped in some instances. There's lots of vegetation.
How far could he have gone?
But my advice for this one is a 30 frames per second lock. And yeah, the game in general is playable. It's not 60 like I could do on Resident Evil Village. You can also use FSR1 for better performance, because it's more performant than FSR2. The thing with FSR1 is that it looks terrible in comparison to FSR2. So my advice is that you use FSR2 on quality, at least for the 30 frames configuration. So yeah, this will be my 30 frames configuration, although as you can see, indoors is 60 frames. Well, indoors doesn't matter, you gotta go outside. So let me skip to the village section. Okay guys, so we're now into the important section. So here, as you'll see, the VRAM usage is higher. That's why sometimes I recommend you to lower those textures. So for, again, the 30 frames configuration, use those settings I recommended with quality FSR or balanced. And texture quality, consider lowering it. If you're having crashes or anything like that, lower this to low 0 gigabytes, and the mesh quality to low can also help. So in this case, I'm just trying to get the highest quality possible. And in this case, to help the Steam Deck do its best, let's lock it to 30 frames. This is like our 30 frames configuration. And let's see how it holds up. After this, we're doing a 40 Hz configuration, if that's even possible, but I guess it will. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes. Locking into 30 should help in general, have some headroom. And let's see if it stays there. I expect this to improve, not due to patches, more due to Valve releasing a shared cache update or something like that. Stutters less. Otherwise, it's been pretty good, as long as you are reasonable with the settings. It'll be okay. Get out of here. But as you can see, so far so good. It's holding 30. Let's see for how long. Holy performance, Batman. Grenade. Fire in the hole. Oh, stutter there. Again, that's what I was talking about when I said cheater compilation. Valve. They do not know how to climb. Who knows? Hi there! Close. Oh god. No! I have the chainsaw guy right behind me. Okay, I'm gonna head right out. There's a good chance. Oh wow. But as you can see, 30 frames is doable. It's not the best visual thing, it's medium to high settings with some stuff on low, plus quality FSR, but it's FSR 2. That. Oh, he didn't do that. Oh god, so screwed. So if it improves over this, I'll be very happy. The thing is, you cannot get 60s, at least right now. So let's get killed and try a 40 Hz or a higher frame rate way. Okay guys, we're back here. Same settings, unlock frame rates now. Let's try and get a higher frame rate. First of all, this consider lowering it, like medium or low 0 gigabytes. In this case, I'm keeping it here just to have more stability. Texture filtering shouldn't matter. Mesh quality on low. Shadows on low. Shadow cache on. This improves performance. Contact shadows off. No ambient occlusion. No volumetrics. Particles on low. No volume. No screen space reflections. No subsurface scattering. This shouldn't matter. This is on low. The structural environments shouldn't affect performance much. Lens flare off. This shouldn't really matter much, but let's go to the lowest anyway. Okay, this is almost the lowest settings on quality FSR. And as you can see, we're still below 40. So the only other thing we can do is lower the resolution. So balance FSR, still not enough. It's into the 40s here, but once action happens, it's going to drop further. So we got performance FSR 2. Okay, performance FSR 2 seems to be the way to do it. It's over 40 now, although the resolution is much lower. And your alternative is FSR 1, that looks worse but performs better. So on ultra quality, we're already into the 38 FPS range. On quality, we hit 41. And on balanced, we hit 42. But it looks a lot worse than performance FSR 2, at least in my opinion. So my advice, again, go for FSR 2 on performance. We're getting mid-40s. Okay guys, so I'm back. I did the final tweaks. So performance FSR 2, that looks better than FSR 1 by a mile. 0.25 texture quality, you can go for 0.5, but you might encounter some instability. Low meshes, low shadows, shadow cache on. The rest basically on the lowest possible, except in the enemy animations and the structural environments. First, why not? And that's basically it. That's my 40 Hz configuration. Let's see for how long it stays over 40. Although in this case, of course, I will lock it to 40. The thing I cannot do this is due to the fact that I'm using a capture card. That's why I cannot lock it to 40 while lowering the refresh rate of the Steam Deck to 40 Hz. So in in real life, what I would do is open this menu, lock it here, the refresh rate to 40, and put the frame rate limit at 40 Hz. But again, due to the capture card, I'm unable to do so. But if you use this configuration and lock it to 40, so far seems okay. So it's basically the lowest settings with some minor things cranked up. Let's see if it stays into the 40s. Although with a 40 frames lock, it should be more stable, because you are not pushing the GPU and CPU as much with an analog frame rate. But so far it seems to be over 40, although way blurrier, which is obvious. But I'm playing way better now, at least. Okay, yeah, I'm so much better at the game at 40 Hz. It's ridiculous. Okay, he dropped to the mid-30s there. Oh, he died. Okay, that was easy. Okay, sometimes drops below 40. Gotcha. I'll probably lower textures in that case. I'll just go to the options. And we went too far with the textures. Let's lower those to low 0 gigabytes. They look worse, but hey. And that should give you more stability. That was a mistake on my side. If you don't mind those minor drops below 40, you should be okay. Fire on screen. Heal. Run. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't run quite as well as Resident Evil Village, despite having the same system requirements. But it works, and you can do 40 Hz with worse visuals. In this case, the visual hit, while being pretty big, over the 30 frames mode, I'll probably play it at 40 Hz, if I see that my aim at 30 is not good enough. Because you go from quality FSR2 to performance FSR2, that is a major resolution hit. But I'm going to test the game more once it releases. I don't expect the game to improve significantly from now to release. It's 2 weeks away, the final release. So I think it would be too good to be true if performance increases in 2 weeks. What I am hopeful for is that Valve will release a shader cache update and will fix people that are not on the preview system update, new drivers and all that. But considering how it runs on PC, this performance makes sense. And hopefully I'm wrong and we get a major update in performance once the game releases. But that's just wishful thinking. Right now you can play it at 40 Hz, sacrificing visuals, and you can play it at 30 with way better visuals and higher resolution. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys!